Hello, I'm Chrissy Seaton and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a continuation of the previous one on the topic of midwives of the redemption. So today I'd like to speak about how each woman, each female is like a torch lighting the way for Mashiach, for the redemption. So that's a fairly important concept to even get our heads around, but even more important that we understand and believe that and do something about it. So let's go on today and speak a little bit about this torch that mothers and daughters are, wives, grandmothers. What is this role that we have? How can we assist the redemption? How can we merit to bring Mashiach? So the first thing I think we need to examine our conscience honestly and thoroughly and say, are we, or me, in the singular, living according to the duty and purpose of my soul? We all know that our soul has a mission, and it is up to us, the recipient of that soul, to allow it to fulfill its mission in the correct way, according to Hashem's plan. So, am I, as a person, living according to that duty and purpose of my soul? So I have to look at things such as mercy, kindness, justice, righteousness. Am I conscious and making an effort to have those qualities and exhibit those qualities in my daily life? So mercy, kindness and justice are part of this overall arch that's a service of giving, not of taking. So it's a giving of mercy, a giving of justice, a giving of kindness and righteousness. It's freely given. We're not out there. Women are givers by nature. There's no doubt about that. But we're not saying, gimme, 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 what's in this? I'll do this, but what's in this for me, I'll do you a favour, you do me a favour. Which is all very well, but at the end of the day, we have to look at our conscience and say, have I been a vessel of giving, of mercy, of kindness, of justice? Now, making that space for Hashem in our hearts, in our home and our family, is the place where we should begin. We can say to ourselves, this is my home. I'll use myself as an example. I live on our family farm, as you all I've explained previously. 3 generations of my family, we all live here together in our separate homes, but on the farm, our farm. Now, this place here where I live, this is my place. I am meant to be here. It's not just a case of chance or good luck that 3 generations of my family are living here together. I'm meant to be here. My family are meant to be here. We have a purpose. What is that purpose? That purpose is, first of all, to be a righteous individual and family, to be generous, to be hospitable, to be kind, to welcome visitors, to acknowledge Hashem is the one and only God. And I could go on for ages talking about examples that we could, look at. But so in my case, I understand that I'm truly blessed to have this opportunity to live here with 3 generations of my family. Every night I thank Hashem for that. Every day I wonder at, it's a wondrous thing. I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. And so these things have been given to me, but I have to give back. We all have to give back with an honest and clear heart and mind. So we're not going to give with the expectation of getting back from that person. What we're doing is being a vessel of righteousness, goodness, kindness, mercy, justice, all those qualities. And we continually make a space in our heart and keep that space occupied with the thoughts and with Hashem, our one and only God. So, moving along, I'm going to talk about something else that we need to understand. Creation each day is happening constantly, every millisecond of every 24 hours. It's like a buzzing, a vibration. I've discussed this in another video some time ago. It's a constant hum, vibration, like quivering of creation. And if that is all through the goodness and love of Hashem. If one of those vibrations or movements were to be out of tune, creation would be interrupted, or it could cease to exist. It's a concept we must understand. There's this interconnecting, intertwining vibration of creation all the time. That's what keeps the stars in the heavens and the water underneath us in the ground and on the ocean floor, and that's what controls gravity, the air that we breathe, everything, not only the animals, but all these unseen things that we don't think about as well. So having that concept and understanding of that constant vibrating hum of creation 24/7, think then that how are the choices I make, the choices I make today or in the next minute, how do they affect that constant vibration of creation? And it does. How we behave today, how we project ourselves, or whatever it is that we're doing or saying, can have an impact on that constant interconnecting vibration of creation. So with that thought in mind, it encourages us more to be careful. Be careful what we say to people, how we say it. Remember to smile, thank people. Don't treat people as though they don't exist. Be righteous. Follow the 7 Noahide laws, which I've done several videos previously about. You can live a good, kind and righteous life by obeying those 7 Noahide laws. They're universal laws for all mankind throughout all generations. So, we've established now that the choices I make, whether it be through my actions or speech or whatever, does affect that hum of vibration. Now, hopefully, it enhances it. Hopefully, when we do the right thing. The other thing I guess we all ask ourselves at certain times in our lives, how do I know that I'm actually serving God correctly? How am I being righteous? How do I live in service to God? How do I enhance the coming, the redemption? So we're going to take a little look at that now. And these are just some of my thoughts. And I know that each of you will have ideas of your own too. And please do encourage your thought processes and think. I'm only giving you a few examples that spring to my mind. But I guess to condense it all into a very short phrase that resonates with me is that we, the women, particularly, or all mankind, particularly the women, we need to be vessels for Hashem. We need to be containers. We need to be jars of vessels of Hashem. And think about that. Think about that after you've watched all of this video. So how do we try to become vessels of Hashem? How do we improve ourselves as vessels for Hashem? Well, we should not be thinking about airy-fairy things way out there. What we need to do is bring it right back to ourself, to the me here within. You know, I have a soul, I have a conscience. You know, there's a connection. So what do? So the first thing is we must be joyous in what we do and what we receive. So always be joyous. Give it with a loving kindness. Give it with respect. Give it with a smile. And then we must be righteous in all things that we do. And being righteous is following those 7 universal principles. Then we have to be, and this is very important for women, most important, we have to be like a container of prayer. Like that prayer must be part of the vessel that we are. It's important. It's like the prayer is the cement that holds everything together, including us. So think of prayer as the potter's clay that makes the vessel useful. Prayer is like that clay. It keeps us in step. It keeps our stride even. It keeps us from having cracks. It keeps our vessel, the vessel that's us, wholesome and useful. So we're going to be containers of prayer. And along with that, we have to be joyous and we have to practice righteousness. So let's get that concept clearly in our head. So after we've absorbed this and considered that we will make ourselves vessels for Hashem. We will make ourselves vessels for the redemption. We're going to be a torch that lights the way for Hashem. We want to be those things. And as women, we have a responsibility to encourage our children and our spouses and family to be a righteous vessel, but particularly the women. I implore all women out there who have nieces, granddaughters, daughters, whatever sisters, ask them simply to consider being a prayer warrior. In other words, a female prayer warrior. You've got to pray for things. You've got to pray and do it not because you're obligated, Gentiles aren't, but because you want to. You want to be that vessel, that torch that lights the way for Mashiach. And we can all do it as women. So let's look at what is the takeaway message here from this video. Well, it's our role as women, defining what our role as women is. And it's to reveal that godliness in this world, reveal how Hashem wants us to be, reveal what is contained within the vessel of our womanhood. And that is through our children and our husband. That's where we start, in the home. Just as simple as that. And we are, just to wrap up this video, I want to just reiterate again that the merits of righteous women of all nations and all faith I'm talking about will determine the redemption, and may it be very soon. In the meantime, please take care. Think carefully about what I've spoken about. Women are the midwives of the redemption. Please take care and God bless.